Hey you! Today we are going to be talking about the news that has dropped with Power Rangers Legacy War, and that is the introduction to Street Fighter. And first of all, when I saw this, I was like, what the hell? Why? I just didn't like it. I wanted to do a reaction video, but to be honest, with the time, I just haven't had the time. Now, these are kind of my thoughts on this. So first of all, I think that this is a really bad idea. I generally do. I think that this is another way for N-Way to bring in a different market of video games. Like, if you know, I believe that they started kind of failing on seeing their love for Legacy Wars, and you know, with the amount of updates, with the amount of stuff coming out, even the same sort of deals, the game hasn't become stale, because the game really throws you into, here's another person with the same amount of skill or same sort of level, go at it. And now I think that they really want to appeal to other people, so they brought in one of the biggest chains out there, and that is Street Fighter. Now, before I go on with this video, I'm going to support this, and I am going to buy the characters if it's not stupid money. So, for example, Ryu, Chun-Li are all like £5 or $5 or whatever in your currency it is at a low rate. And obviously with the higher characters, it's going to be more, or you're going to get all the characters for about £50 or £48, or at least 1,000,000 crystals, whatever it is. I don't know what the prices are at the moment, but that's how I kind of see it. So you're either going to get it straight off the bat, it's either going to be dirt cheap, or they're going to do the stupid idea of you have to buy 12 boxes to get one shard, and then you get a ton of putty. It's so stupid. That is another video. But I'm going to support this because I really want to see what these sorts of characters bring out. Are they going to be different? Are they going to be something that we will see? But we'll go into the kind of basics right now, and we'll have a look at what the website says. So if you go to playlegacywars.com, it says Street Fighter is here. Characters from the most popular fighting game of all enter the morphing grid. Ryu, Chun-Li, Akuma, and Guile enter the morphing grid, with more to come in the future. So it looks now, and this is a big thing which I'll explain later, and how I think this is a bad idea. So you've got Ryu is common, Guile rare, Chun-Li epic, Akuma legendary. You've got super modes, which each Street Fighter character can build a meter by dealing and taking damage, and when activated allows them to gain 2 EP. So basically Dino Thunder, think of Dino Thunder Black. Street Fighter projectiles, so you've still got the same sort of thing. Projectiles are so important to the Street Fighter, we wanted to do something to increase their effectiveness in combat. Projectiles from Street Fighter characters cannot be dodged at point blank range. This was a key feature to make Street Fighter characters like they were in the console concept. So again, I feel like this should just not be Power Rangers Legacy Wars, it just should be Street Fighter Legacy Wars, or it should just be Legacy Wars and drop the Power Rangers. Note, Street Fighter characters are only available in limited territories for the foreseen future. We apologize that we are unable to bring these characters to your territory. Please feel free to leave us your feedback, as it's very important to us. Excluded territories? So you got characters that aren't allowed. So basically, I'm going to put on screen the links. So basically, if you're in any of these countries, what it looks like is saying that you can't have these characters. So does that mean that if you can't have them, does this mean that if someone buys one that they can use it against you, or is it completely off? I don't know. This is something that I may have to reach out to the guys. So a new feature, Warrior Boost. Warrior Boost is an item that will instantly power up your abilities and talents to challenge the level cap. This will make it easier to take newer characters to the late game. Okay, so then you got the improvements. So you have quite a few, and but to me it feels like N-Way have turned around and gone, do you know what, guys? Power Rangers isn't doing what we want it to be. Let's bring in this other generation. Let's bring in Street Fighter. Let's see what will happen. Let's bring in the Street Fighter fans, because they will then help the game. They will then go, ooh, maybe I want this character as well. Maybe this assist will work. If they have done this, then their main motive was, how can we make Power Rangers Legacy War a lot better? And I think that you could have put in a story mode. That would have been really cool. Complete the story mode and you get, say, whatever shards that you want at the time, or you could do it like a Mortal Kombat style where you start at the bottom and you've got to work your way up to the tournament top level, and then you get rewarded with whatever you want. Effectively, if you want some Dino Thunder shards, you get some Dino Thunder shards. The way that I see this is something that I was explaining to my friend Penn, who runs the Power Chamber YouTube channel. Go check him out, it's absolutely amazing. And I was also talking to people in work, and best way that I can explain this is, say for example, you're a big fan of Pokemon, you have loved it, you have played every single game since day one, and you are excited that the Switch is getting a new Pokemon game, and it's saying, hey, guess what, this is going to be absolutely amazing, you're going to love this, you're going to think this is the best thing in the world, and you think, yeah, the E3 trailer drops or whatever trailer drops, and it's like it plays through normally, you're in this city or this region, and then all of a sudden, out of the grasses, Agumon pops up, and he's like, hi guys, I'm Agumon, and you're like, oh my god, what the hell is Digimon doing in this? You know, and then it shows some amazing things of like Pikachu and Agumon teaming up, then you've got later on like Charizard and Wargreymon, and you're like, what? Why have you done this? Why have you basically put two entities that don't particularly work well together in a game? Now, I'm not saying that Street Fighter won't work with Power Rangers Legacy War, but it's a move that I don't think any fan really wants. Now, again, if you really like this, cool, awesome. You know, it's just, to me, these are my thoughts that I wouldn't want Street Fighter in this, because now, if either Akuma is too strong or Ryu is too strong or any of the other characters, it feels like they've just changed it and gone, hey, we're actually going to put this in. It's now becoming a Street Fighter game. You know, it's even on the website we say more characters to come. So does that mean now we're going to get the entire roster of Street Fighter? To me, it doesn't feel like a Power Rangers game anymore, and you've taken that away, and I generally have enjoyed this. And again, I am still going to buy the characters just to try them out. I just feel that this is a cop-out, because NWA have now turned around and gone, do you know what, we don't really care about Power Rangers, you know, we're going to drop Power Rangers. So now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to work with Toei, and we're going to bring in Dragon Ball characters. You know, Goku versus the Green Ranger, you know, Vegeta versus Lord Draken, and you start taking away that sort of what made the game the game. If you wanted to change it up, put in more characters, release every single ranger. You could have had Lightspeed, Wild Force. You know, you've only got one Wild Force ranger in there as far as I know. You could have had more characters. Hell, you could have put, and I hate to say this, Operation Overdrive in and worked your way. You know, even some of the cool things like from Boom Comics, the Sentry Rangers, you know, loads of different things that you could put into this to boost the game. And I just feel now, you know, what's next? You know, as I said, we're going to get Dragon Ball, but you've now got all the Street Fighter characters coming across. And if NWA also sees like the drop in games, you know, oh, we've now got rid of the Street Fighter characters, we've heard your calls, but what are you going to do? You know, are you going to reimburse all these people that have paid money into it, or are you just going to give them open boxes which will give you the same amount of shot? Oh, I'm going into a rant, I really am. I just am. One thing I will say now, and I guarantee I'll probably have 100% of the fans, or at least most of the fans, agreeing with me on this one. And can you imagine if NWA decided to introduce Kamen Rider, or especially Master Rider, you know, his character, he could have been in it. And then, or you could have had the Mystic Knights of Tir Nog Nog, you could have had Beetleborgs, and you could have had these worlds colliding. This, to me, would make more sense rather than having Street Fighter in. Again, I may make another video on this explaining, and just, these are my thoughts on the top of my head. I'm generally not really disappointed in NWA for doing this. I can see part of their business model saying that they want to bring in more people from other fighting game genres, like Street Fighter. Hell, if you brought Streets of Rage, I probably would be saying the same thing. But secretly, deep down, I would be loving it even more. But now it feels like Power Rangers Legacy Wars, as I said before, doesn't feel like Power Rangers Legacy War. This feels tainted. This, to me, feels like it just should be called Legacy Wars, and then you should just have more characters if you're going to be doing this. Or you could have made a separate game and just copy and pasted it, and just put some of the models of Power Rangers, the Street Fighter characters, and who you want into this. So I'm going to leave it there. I have like tons more thoughts I want to say, but I don't want to make this entire video. I'm going to write them down and I'm going to make a better like video on this, but now I just kind of really want to get my thoughts out on the it's a slightly different video as normal, so yay for that one. So Rangers, I'm gonna leave it there. What do you think about this? Do you think that bringing in Street Fighter into Legacy Wars is a good thing? Do you think that it's now tainted the entire art of Legacy Wars, that it doesn't feel like Legacy Wars anymore? Or are you excited? Or would you agree with me that you'd rather have Enway put in Masked Rider, Kamen Rider, Mystic Knights of Tierno, or Beetleborgs? Let me know down below in the comments. Just give me thoughts on this one. And also, if you kind of like the idea of me doing kind of voice videos rather than full-on like proper videos, let me know down below in the comments. If you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and consider subscribing. Check out all the other videos we've done on the channel. And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.